Greetings and welcome, everyone, to All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 309. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Siniti.
What's up?
Corey Feinsod.
Yo.
And Tony Korkanakis. Okay. Welcome, listeners, to episode 309. Woo! Moviecast. Okay, guys. Man, there is a lot of news to talk about. We got a lot to talk. But I want to just point out real quick, we got video going, and Mike's got a new headset. Happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
30th. Mike is now 30 years old.
Yep.
Welcome to the old man's club.
And he's back. And he's back in New Jersey.
That's true. Yep.
Cheers.
Congrats.
So now, as a podcast, we're no longer marketable.
We're still in the demographic up to 35, isn't it?
That's the people watching.
Oh, shit. I leave that demographic next year.
Need to get some new blood.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome, listeners, to episode 309. Let's get into the box office and talk about not much except for Sully, that was number one, and like.
Fuck is Sully?
It's that
Tom
Tom
Hanks
Hanks.
film where he
fuck
plays
is Tom
the
Hanks?
pilot who landed in the Brooklyn or the Hudson
Hudson.
River.
Who the fuck cares?
It's a lot. It's based on a real story.
Who the fuck cares?
Well, it's number
Lots
one.
of people did.
$35 million
Really?
haul. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Tom Hanks still pulls it in. I guess.
I don't know if it's impressive, but it's something.
I'd say
What-
for this time of year, it's impressive.
It is. When the Bow Breaks, which is one of the worst ever reviewed movies, opened this week and brought in $14 million, and it's one of the worst ever reviewed movies. So this could be like
Breaks.
this could
The
be a
baby
future
will fall.
this could be like a future bet movie here, guys. When the Bow Breaks,
Okay.
let's remember that. It's at 0% right now on Rotten Tomatoes.
Hot
0.
damn.
So,
And that came in
All right.
second.
and it was
Just goes to
second.
show.
Yes. Don't Breathe, 8.3 at number 3. Suicide Squad and The Wildlife. So Suicide Squad, it's number 4 at 5.7. It crosses $700 million officially worldwide. Officially passing Man of Steel. So, as the number 2 movie now in the DC universe for profits. Well, number 1 in profits probably, but number 2 in sales.
Oh, yeah. And that's without China, right?
Yeah, never got to open in China.
Nope.
But apparently movies that open in China don't make any money anyways, because of all the grease in the wheels.
Well, they make.
Transformers did pretty good. Not everywhere.
Well, the thing, from what I read, generally, there's a lot of factors that go into movies. So, in the beginning, at least in the U.S. market, the studio makes more money early on, like 60 to 70, depending on the deal, of the box office ticket. So, like a $10 ticket, they get like $6 or $7. And then as time goes on, further weeks out, for legs, then it starts to swing more in balance of the movie theater. But from what I've read, international movies that go in China, generally they only get about 40% of a ticket sale. So a $10 ticket over there, they only get like $4. So a movie, can do well in China. It has to warrant that budget. But I mean, if you make $100 million, you're still making 40 out of that 100, which
Yeah.
And then the other thing is there are possible tax breaks, or give
Yeah,
deals.
if you film in China or something.
If you film in China, that's why Transformers 4 had China in it, and that's why they're Transformers 5 having, I think, another Chinese main character and stuff like that. Just gotta go for that demographic. Bling bling, or should I say wan wan? I don't know. Right, that's what they use. Yuan. What do they use in China? Something like that.
I'm not sure what the currency is right now.
Yeah.
Opening this week is Snowden, which is the Joseph Gordon-Levitt movie. Yep, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is in
Is he
it.
snowed in?
Ooh.
That's such a bad joke.
Okay, Dad. Calm
Yeah.
down.
Blair Witch opens as well this week, the remake of a movie that nobody wants to see a remake of.
It's not a
What?
remake. It's a sequel.
Oh, it's a sequel.
It's a
always
sequel
thought it was a
nobody
remake.
wants.
So but it's got the same exact title.
Yeah.
Well,
it's called Blair Witch.
It's
The other one's
Blair
called
Witch,
Blair
in
Witch
parentheses,
Project.
2016.
It's been almost 20 years or something since
Yeah,
the
it's
last
been a
one.
while. I mean, I guess there's kids that haven't seen this yet, so they don't know.
It's a soft reboot, I would say,
Yeah.
for sure. But it's definitely it takes place, and it is after the first film.
Okay.
Whereas the second, like the Blair Witch 2 whatever that was they kind of, I think, just ignore that. That doesn't exist.
I didn't know that existed.
There you go. Everyone else stayed away.
There we go. All right, let's get into movie news. Jurassic World. Let's lead it off with Jurassic World. Now confirmed to be a trilogy, which we kind of all knew already.
At least a trilogy. I mean, what are you going to do next? Like Jurassic Universe? Go into space?
Expand.
And we'll call that a trilogy, too.
Mecha T-Rex.
I mean, in reality, it's going to be 6 of them, so...
Yeah.
Call that.
It's true. So this is the new trilogy. Jurassic World trilogy, we'll call it. So, yeah. I'm not really shocked by this news. What else we have? Sinister. Sinister, which we got...
Sinister. There is a movie called Sinister.
Mr. Sinister.
6?
Which... I almost said spoilers for something else, but there's some hints to him in certain things, which will remain anonymous for now until more people see it. But he is confirmed to be in the new Wolverine movie, Wolverine 3. So, as possibly the main villain, actually, which I didn't know this movie was coming out next year. Did you guys know this? Like, it's coming out like 6 months.
Soon.
6 months.
Yeah. I knew it was sometime the next year.
We haven't gotten, like, anything for it.
Just leaked screens, like shots of them on set and stuff, but that's it. Yeah, I mean, there was like a flyer out there a while ago that had information on it, but that was not released to the public.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I had no idea it was that soon. But Mr. Sinister, now what do we think about this for a Wolverine villain, though? I mean, he's not really a Wolverine villain, right?
He is not tied to Wolverine at all. He's
I didn't think so.
Summers Brothers villain. Like
that,
I just don't
doesn't he have
understand
ties to Gambit as well?
Yeah, he does have ties to Gambit.
He has ties to lots of people, though, and with the way they're both so old and they both reach back so far, I'm sure there's been stuff with them before. I'm sure you can find at least 2 stories where they have encountered each other in the past, other than just X-Men.
And keep in mind, this is taking place in the far future as well, from what appears. So, like, we don't know what happened.
I mean, so this may tie into the next X-Men movie as well.
Yeah, if there is one.
Oh, there will be.
There will be, just under
the last
banner.
one didn't do so great.
What banner will it be under?
Yeah.
It's coming home. Coming home.
Well, you saw what Fox just picked up the rights to, right? Stan Lee biopic.
Oh, the action movie? Does that make any sense to anybody? It's based in like the 1970 story of Stan Lee, but as an action hero.
Sure.
Does that make any sense to anybody?
I love Stan Lee, but like, I kind of feel like there's an oversaturation of Stan Lee, and maybe that's blasphemous to say, but
I don't think you can have an oversaturation of Stan Lee. He only has like a 30-second cameo, if that 30 seconds in a movie.
No, I'm not talking about movies. I'm just talking about like he is doing so much more.
Synonymous with Marvel. I mean, like anytime Marvel, he's like the Hugh Hefner of Marvel. It's to what it's
if
like.
You were, think about it this way, though. If you were like 90 years old but in relatively good health, you would do everything you can, and that's what he's doing.
No, I would too. I'm just saying. You know, it's like television. Like, I don't mind the guest appearance. I don't mind anything. I'm just saying, like, I'm really cool with the movies. I think that's really fun to do and everything like that. But like, you know. Then he was getting like toys of him and action figure. I'm like, all right, that's cool, I guess. You know, and now we're, you know, he's a superhero. Like, okay, like I don't know. To me, it just feels like they're trying to like.
I mean, Deadpool talks to him like in the comics.
He was in a Spider-Man comic at least once, wasn't he?
He was at the end of the Spider-Man cartoon, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. He was. He met him at the clock tower.
That's
didn't
right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I mean, it's fine. I'm just posing the question.
Yeah, no, I think that he's definitely out there a lot. I don't know if it's oversaturated. I just think that people like to refer back to him whenever Marvel's brought up for the most part. It's like he's the
founder.
The grandfather to everything.
He is.
Jack Kirby? Who's that? Who's that? Who's Jack Kirby, guys?
He died too soon. That's his problem. You want to be an icon, you got to live a little longer. He's an icon too, though, if you pay a little attention.
He is.
Yeah. No, it's all right. It just, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There are other people besides Stan Lee that contributed to Marvel's, lineage and success.
There's a lot,
I feel like,
but
right.
he also was the one that changed comic books, though. Like, he started the ball rolling.
No. Absolutely. I'm not trying to take away from that. I'm just saying there are others, and I feel like maybe all this, I don't know, maybe this is the wrong word to use, but like worship kind of like takes away from those other people. Not to say that they wanted or needed or anything like that, but like,
He definitely like lives it up though. And
he lives up. I'm not saying I would do anything differently if I were in his position, but it's just like, this is just me as a fan. That's all.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, on the other side of the pond, Jim.
Well, I haven't gotten to... Well, I was going to stick with Marvel here.
Oh, okay.
We could go to the other side, I guess. But we'll go keep with Marvel. So Marvel listed their lineup for Netflix, for Comic-Con. New York Comic-Con coming up in just a few short weeks, actually. Marvel's going to show the first unaired episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., an unaired episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So we'll get one next week, one the next week, and then we'll get the unaired episode, I think, at Comic-Con. I don't know how that works out, but it starts next week, S.H.I.E.L.D. So we're going to get a season 4 episode that before everybody else, at least. If
they're not showing any Netflix?
They're going to show Iron Fist scenes. I would assume it's going to be an episode.
Won't Luke Cage be out before Comic-Con?
Luke Cage will be out. I said Iron Fist. Didn't I already say Luke Cage?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Luke Cage.
No, Iron Fist. Iron Fist and Legion, believe it or not, is what they're bringing with them. So they're going to show scenes, like first looks. But I have a feeling those first looks will be actual full episodes of the show.
I think it will be too. I think they're just downplaying a little bit, but we definitely need to prioritize that.
It's weird to see the Legion in the same conversation with Iron Fist and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. I just don't need another fiasco like last year. We need to crack some skulls.
Yeah.
They got our wristbands.
I mean, the Punisher's going to be there too, so that's actually casting right now. So they're not going to have
Ben Barnes is his name or something?
Yeah, Ben Barnes from
Prince Caspian.
Thank you. The Chronicles of Narnia movie. He was Prince Caspian. Just got cast as the main villain or a villain for Punisher.
I don't really know much about Punisher, so
the only Punisher villain I know is Jigsaw.
I don't know.
Other than who else is there?
I don't know any
about
Punisher
Iron Fist?
villains.
What do you know about Luke Cage? All of these guys are so interesting that it's like it's awesome.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
We're not saying this is a bad thing. We're just saying like
when they cast someone, I'm like, okay, I don't know who that character is, so I don't know if that's good casting. And I'm eager, and I hope that they continue their great casting, which, in my opinion, that's one of the things that Marvel nails, television or movie-wise. But
yeah.
We'll see. I think they leaked, not leaked. They showed off pictures of Ghost Rider too for
They
Agents
did.
of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It looks good. Actually.
It looks good.
Not seeing it in motion, just seeing still screens, but
right. And it's not what is it, Johnny Blaze? It's not the motorcycle.
No.
It's the car guy.
Yeah, the car one. Yep.
Yeah.
Because I saw the car in the background.
It's some of him Hispanic character, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. Russo's made a comment. This is cool for you guys. Russo said they're open to having Netflix characters appear in their movies. It doesn't say didn't say nothing about they can't. Usually when people ask them questions about other heroes, there's comments about arguing about rights usage. They never said anything in their response.
Well, I could have sworn that leading up to Civil War, they in some interview, whoever played Daredevil himself, he said that in his contract he had it so that if they wanted him for a movie, he had to do it.
Oh, cool. That's
awesome.
Or
like a scene or something like that. So I thought he said he was open to it. Just I know
they want it actually. They want to feel part of the universe.
I mean, I would think so. Yeah,
but
they are part of the universe.
See, Jim, I'm actually kind of happy it didn't happen in Civil War because I want this to literally be just in Avengers 3. Like, I want it
like it down to the wire.
Yeah, down to the wire. Like, surprise, bitches.
Like, last sequence of the movie, it's all hands on deck, and there's Coulson.
Like, they just
not even Coulson, but like, there's
fucking Sky or something.
Coulson's not making the cut.
Daisy.
Oh, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are not making the cut.
I don't think
Netflix
they are.
maybe. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. nope.
Yeah, well,
I think this is their last season anyway. I think they're done after this year.
They're very popular, though, Mike. They're very popular.
I think they're way less popular than they were when they started.
Yeah, ratings are lower, but they're not abysmal. Like, they're fine.
Wait
I
till
think
the end of
the
this season.
Inhuman.
All right.
I think the focus on Inhumans kind of backfired on them because
Well,
not backfired, but I mean, I think it was in hindsight, it was probably the wrong thing to do because like we see like Inhumans isn't even on the radar now. So, but why would Inhumans not be on the radar, guys? Why?
Because we're gonna hear some news, maybe at Comic-Con. Maybe we'll hear some news at
All right.
Comic-Con.
Well, I mean, he did say it last year.
Yeah. Stuck in
He's
a
Coulson
terrible
himself
alternate
teased
universe. Yeah.
They're stuck in a really bad universe right now.
Universe.
Or whatever he said.
Hopefully we hear news. That'd be awesome. Talking about universes, let's continue with the universe talk. So this is random, but okay. So over the weekend, and I put this on here. My brother and I were talking about costumes for Halloween because it's coming up, and one of the talks was going as Darkwing Duck and Launchpad, and I had mentioned to him about how it was funny that I thought Launchpad was like the only character that I can think of animated that left a show to do another. Like when he was on Darkwing Duck. You don't really remember him in DuckTales anymore because he kind of left the show at that point. He wasn't a major... He was in it for a while, and then he went to Darkwing Duck. That's what I remember. However...
I always remembered him being in both shows. He was in the movie, too.
He did cross over. I mean, yeah, he did show up, but he wasn't in DuckTales as much after that. Oh, it's starting to cut down. But, so, apparently, in a recent interview that for the Darkwing Duck 25th anniversary... I guess the creator of Darkwing Duck, it was the creator, Stones, basically said that his version of Launchpad is basically another universe anyways. They're talking about universes, just like we were with Marvel just a second ago.
Well, what the fuck? They also had Gizmo Duck, and he was on both shows, not as a central character, but he... Fuck that guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
His point was, everything that appeared on his show was an alternate universe, DuckTales included. Even like the characters that crossed over into Darkwing Duck was an alternate universe, not to deal with DuckTales.
Bullshit.
Disney has clarified saying yes, they're in the same universe. I think recently they came out and said it yesterday. So
good. Fuck
they kind of just said, that's pretty much what they said. But I thought it was funny that I was talking about this weekend and I saw this news and I'm like, and everybody loves Darkwing Duck. I mean, 25th anniversary for it. Are they doing anything for this, by the way?
Darkwing Duck, let's get dangerous. I love that theme song. It's like
I would assume. I mean, they're doing a DuckTales reboot, so I would assume we're going to get a Darkwing Duck reboot at some point, right?
It's really funny because I guess I was a dumb kid because I never realized that Darkwing Duck was supposed to be like a spoof of Batman, even though I'm pretty sure I watched Darkwing Duck before Batman. Mm-hmm. But like then as I got older, I was like, wait a second, Darkwing Duck was Batman all along. He's
Yep. Yes, he was.
I just remember watching that show and Inspector Gadget and always getting frustrated that they weren't like more intentionally good at what they did. It was always like accidents that they succeeded or their sidekicks doing it for them.
Yeah, I mean that was the
that's the real life
of the show.
That's the real life.
I know that, but it made me mad. I'm like, I want to see Darkwing Duck like kick ass, or I want to see Inspector Gadget like do something on purpose. But it never happened. Maybe more Darkwing Duck did occasionally, or came closer to it, but I don't know. I wanted to see them succeed more than they did.
Oh, man. All right, and what do we got? Lastly, Predator is getting another reboot, which they already had a reboot, right?
Are you talking about To Catch a Predator? Because that is coming back.
Nope,
but it's not a Catch a Predator. It's called something else, though.
I know, but it is essentially...
It's the same guy. Yeah.
Anyway, so Predator, the movies, like Predator 1, 2, Predators, Alien vs. Predator, the Alien is... essentially getting a reboot, and they're already casting the ugliest man in the world. It sounds like Benicio Del Toro.
Be playing Predator without any makeup. That's what I figured was happening.
That's what I wrote. I mean, that's what I wrote in the headline there. He's essentially Predator. The real life Predator is being cast as Predator. Benicio Del Toro. He is the ugliest man in the world.
Holy shit, dude! The ugliest?
He's pretty fucking ugly, dude.
Mickey Rourke is getting there too.
He is up there.
Perhaps there.
Benicio Del Toro, though, when I watched him in Wolfman, like I said before, the guy didn't need makeup.
This is the Shane Black movie, right? The Predator. It's been like, I thought it was being filmed already like a while ago. I thought this was announced. Yeah, this is like Shane Black.
I can look this up, but I forget. There was a second Alien vs. Predator movie, right?
Yes. that was
I don't
trying to be better than
remember.
the first, but it really wasn't.
Alien versus Predator, AVP Requiem or Cream,
Yes.
Requiem,
Requiem.
and they kill a kid
Requiem?
like the first. Yeah, Requiem.
I was like, Queen. What is that?
Requiem.
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 Queen.
Wow.
They kill a kid like in the opening scene, like a.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. I was like, oh shit, I can't believe they did that. But okay. Whoever wins, we lose.
Yeah, so he's in the
Boss is
early talks
great.
for casting. So they haven't even started shooting this, Corey. They're casting still. So
Well, no,
What the
I
fuck
mean,
is going on with the new Alien
they-
movie?
they-
Like, is that
they
still
cast
coming
things
out?
yeah,
like-
that's a long.
freaking, they just brought in what's her name for Fantastical Beasts like a couple months ago. The girl that was on, there's Angel in the X-Men movie, the girl Angel. She just got brought on to be in Fantastical Beasts a couple months ago.
Wow.
So, I mean-
Oh, no, but this is he's in early talks to star in Predator reboot. He's starring in it. It's not like an add-on role.
Well, anyway, I know they announced this like forever ago
Yeah.
because I was like, Shane Black, that's a weird pairing.
Yeah.
I'm not
yeah.
a fan of. I was not really a fan of his Iron Man 3 work. I mean, his earlier work was better, like Lethal Weapon,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
that was him, right?
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon.
Shane
Sure.
Black, right? I believe so. Did you guys
Yeah.
see the teaser that Robert Downey Jr. is meeting with Jon Favreau and all them for some secret Marvel project?
Yeah, it's a picture, right?
They're at
It's
a
just a
table
photo.
having a
Yeah.
meeting. It's Iron Man 4. You know, come on.
There's too much money. There's too much.
It's Iron Man 4. Like, Jon Favreau directed the first one, and I think the second one. So, it would make sense to bring... And they brought him back as an actor in the other ones. It would make sense to bring him back for the directing of the the fourth new trilogy, or whatever they're going to do with Iron Man. So, I don't know. I thought that was interesting. All right.
Yeah,
let's
they
get into
announced it. Oh, May 29th is when they talked about it. Predator.
the Shane Black Predator movie, yeah.
February 9th,
This is the same
2018.
thing. Yeah, this is... Oh, okay. This is the same thing. It's just, yeah, really early still. So, all right. Let's get into what we've been up to. Movie.
Oh, so you're just gonna skip over DC entirely?
Yo,
Okay.
fuck DC.
skipped over DC.
Sounds about right.
All right, let's
Just
talk
like
about
the rest
DC
of the
movie.
world.
Let's talk about the DC movie universe because everybody else is talking about it,
Why?
right?
Nobody's talking about
Geoff
it.
Johns. We talked about this months ago when he took over, hoping to hear some positive news about what he's going to do in the universe. And it came out last week that apparently he's going to do some nice changes. Some very nice changes actually, where he's going to change the way we look at these here. Well, this is all talk, but
This is what I've been saying ever since we started saying that, Snyder has less of a role. People have said stuff, but we haven't seen it in action. So, I think it's just lip service.
This is revealed that here's directly from this article. They also revealed, this is taking an excerpt from it, that Justice League will address one of the major fan complaints from the film: Batman's default mode of extreme violence and attempted murder of Superman. I'm going to continue. In addition, they say the film will have fewer Zack Snyder's controversial, that's in quotes, flourishes, like the apocalyptic dream sequence from Dawn of Justice, and will focus on the actual plot of the film at hand.
Oh man, focusing on the plot.
Crazy talk. Crazy.
Wait, this is for Justice League or for upcoming?
This is for Justice League.
Justice League
Okay.
and beyond.
Yep. And beyond,
Batman.
obviously.
What?
And then it talked about having changing the way that
Better
people see
tone.
these characters, making them more of the heroes that we expect them to be.
I like how he,
Rose. Yeah.
I like how he even mentioned specifically how early DC movies they were focusing to get that Nolan tone,
Yeah.
And it's that doesn't work,
Well, that makes sense with Man of Steel because Nolan produced it.
And they don't want to do the same thing Marvel is doing because Marvel's done that already.
But it also works.
They want to do everything that Marvel's doing to make that money.
Yeah.
Well,
I
they
think
made,
that
they made
they-
enough money.
I think that from the trailer that we saw of Justice League, I think they're obviously trying to show a lighter side to the characters already.
I think it would be a mistake just to be like, all right, make this Marvel's DC characters. I think that's stupid, but that's just me. I think they just gotta focus more on what about the characters makes them iconic, and they missed that a little bit with Batman versus Superman.
Yeah,
we
I think
definitely beat that dead horse a lot.
But I think, Mike, that's more of what he's talking about here. I think he's talking about making it, the Superman that we know or expect to see is, what he wants to present to us. The same thing goes with Batman.
It's fine to have dark and serious when you need it. Like, Batman, sure, okay, but like Man of Steel, like Superman, no, there's no reason that it should. And then Suicide Squad, like that was hardly dark and serious. That I would consider like lighter than BVS, absolutely, 100%.
Well, it made more sense with the characters. You look at Batman and Superman, both of them really, they should not be dropping like Robert Downey Jr. one-liners.
But they tried. They still tried.
Here and there, and it seemed forced and out of place.
Well, okay, yeah, I agree with that.
So that's what I'm afraid of, really. Like when they say this,
you will.
They say, "Oh, we need to make this lighter." You need to make this lighter, so we need like Batman, like telling jokes.
Tony, even though he knows who she is at that point in time in the story.
I'm sorry, Mike. We're all agreeing, and we want this to be better.
Yeah, we do.
I think that we all want it to be better. So
I mean, even Tony, you said this sounds at least promising for that universe.
No, it does, but
it's all talk right now.
It's all talk. I know.
But
I know.
You made the statement. That's a good thing when you have somebody. Right. I'm using you as an example that said, "I'm done," and now that you said that's a good.
And he's even calling out like the Warner Brothers executives because, like I said, like after Man of Steel and BVS, I was like, all right, maybe Zack Snyder's the problem. But then Suicide Squad is like, all right, I don't know. It's definitely the director. It sounds like Warner Brothers executives meddled again. At the 11th hour or whatever the hell the terminology is. So it's like, well, these fucking executives, they want the money, but they're not going to put somebody like what's his name, like Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
Has from like that. Like I will 100% say that without him, the Marvel universe.
Push Johns into this role.
Right, exactly. So I'm saying this is promising because they need to get somebody in there that understands the characters, understands what they're about, understands why they're appealing to people, and put that on the silver screen. Because I just don't see how for most of the characers you pull
Snyder was supposed to be that.
But after 2 movies now, it's like
he's not that.
His view of these characters are different than what the majority of the people.
Yeah, because he fucking doesn't know. Like he's not.
I wouldn't say he doesn't know. I just think he's trying to take an angle that people don't want to see.
Yeah, but
why would you do that? An angle of,
like
it's like the angle of a more realistic debate on what this means for the world, and I don't think that's what people care about. They want to see this guy be heroic and save people. They don't care that he's an alien.
Yeah, I think he saw the success of the Dark Knight trilogy, and he's like, let's build on that. Let's do what if these were real people or real things in the real world. And that's kind of how he's sort of built things from there. And it works, but it doesn't really work when he does it because Batman is just a person, so it makes more sense if he's alone in a realistic world. But once you throw Superman in there, and it is interesting to see, the political implications of Superman. But when you get to that, before you get to him just being Superman, which is kind of what happened. I know Man of Steel was a little bit of just Superman, but really it was just a giant we can do action with Superman movie is what I viewed it as. An overreaction to Superman Returns, I think.
Yeah, it was definitely, they wanted to do the action part, and they definitely shot past where they should.
Because you go from Man of Steel, where he's, embracing himself being a hero, a superhero, whatever you want to call it, to BVS, where he's just like fucking depressed. Like, okay, like,
yeah, I mean,
we're just skipping that middle part.
Super Depressed Man about sums that one up. Murder Man and Super Depressed Man.
What was strange was you have those scenes where like he's being worshipped too, but they were in this weird sort of depressing tone that made it like do the opposite of I think what it was supposed to.
The worst was when they're trying to touch him. They're like,
no. I understand what he was going for in that movie with Superman. The problem is that wasn't the movie to do that in because he wanted to do everything in that movie, and you can't. You just had there was too much in that movie. That was the problem.
Yes.
Why were they trying to touch him?
It reminded me of what happened to Spider-Man 3.
Same reason people want to touch celebrities.
Yeah,
they want to. It's the celebrity reason.
They see him as a god, Tony. That's what they were basically referring to. He's a god.
I guess, like I've said before, I didn't mind BVS. I liked the Batman stuff, but Superman I could give a shit about. I don't care about Superman. It's just so funny because the Superman stories in Rebirth are like amazing. Like, why couldn't you do some really good stuff like that? But
I had the first comic of that. I should read that.
I just think when it comes out, and again, like Corey mentioned, we have beat this to a dead horse. But when you take what Superman is out of all these decades of his material, and you boil what is his essence, there's not much there in the universe that they've built so far.
I mean, it's obvious when you name the movie Man of Steel, like they did with Dark Knight. Like, let's take away the Batman, and now let's take away the Superman. Like, they just did that exactly. Like, took away the Superman from these movies and made him a metal piece. Whatever. It's symbolic.
We'll see. Let's move on, though. All
right, let's get into what I've been up to, guys. I'll kick us off. So I've been watching Dragon Ball Super. I'm moving along. Yep, moving along. I'm into...
Slowly but surely.
Are you in the tournament arc yet, or...?
No. Oh, no, I'm only on, like, episode, 18, I think now? 18.
Oh, dude, you're still... Oh, God. You're still watching the movie stuff?
No. Well, Vegeta and Goku are out. Goku is going to train with Whis, whatever his name is. Okay. So, Vegeta already left, 6 months ago. Okay. So, yeah. But there's a lot of little fillers in that, so it was good. I mean, it's cool to see that show, though, in better animation. It's like the animation you remember as Dragon Ball, but not what it was. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I always wanted to see Dragon Ball in that great of animation, and then if you look back at the series...
It's funny you have that opinion, because, the first year of Dragon Ball, Super, most people shit on that animation, because it's just, it's really... It can't... At times, it can be janky, and I think a lot of it can be attributed just basically to the fact that there's no manga for these artists to use as a reference point, because when they were doing the Z animation, they had all these artists that were not only experienced, but they had the manga frames to use as a reference point and base everything. No, I mean, I'm not trying to take away from you, but it will get better. That's what I will say.
That's cool. So that's cool. I gotta get through it. I gotta keep watching. I also got to what else did I watch? Oh, the new Son of Zorn series premiered.
Oh, yeah.
Jason Sudeikis.
I really enjoyed that first episode.
Really?
It's got some promise. It's so weird of a show. Super weird.
Yeah.
The animation mixed.
Real life.
Yeah. But it was funny. I just think it's such a cool concept. Hopefully it works. I really want it to work. We didn't get enough with one episode, but we'll see. But I like it's on Hulu. You can watch the premiere episode.
Is it only on Hulu? What is its normal channel?
Fox. It's on Fox.
Fox. It just looks like a Cartoon Network show. It should be before.
Sort of reminds me of that.
BoJack Horseman or something.
Yeah. It reminds me of Adult Swim show, but it's on Fox, and it's actually I enjoyed it. There was some chuckle. I had some laughs. So
does the Goldbergs follow it or prelude it? Because it seems like it'd be right in that scene.
It does fit around there, but yeah, I mean it's I liked it. So
you should. I think you're the target demographic for this. 80s kids.
I mean, I hardly remember him as a character, but there was an animated series, right, with Zorn, I believe, if I remember.
He's not a real character, is he? I thought
he's just supposed to be I think he's just a take He-Man or something.
He-Man. Yeah.
He's not a spoof of He-Man, because he reminds me more of the guy from Thundar the Barbarian. That's who he reminds me of. Thundar.
I think it's just supposed to be a trope, though, of that genre.
Of those guys, yeah. I don't know. But maybe if he's real, that'd be funny. But I don't know if he is. I don't think he is. But I have no idea.
I don't know.
Fact check the internet.
Anyways, what else? I watched Karate Kid. Only because I was talking... No, first one. I'm watching part 2, I think, tonight or tomorrow.
Sweet the leg!
Yep. So I was talking to
the body bag.
My friend Nick, aka Buddha, was watching the top 50 and IMDb movies, and I messaged him on Facebook. I'm like, "Where's Karate Kid?" Because I didn't see it on the list, and he's like, "Clearly they forgot one." And I said, "Yeah." So when I mentioned that to him, I'm like, I haven't watched that in a while. I'm gonna watch that movie. So I popped it in 2 days ago. So I watched that. That's about it, really, for me. I think, unless I remember something while you're talking, guys. But Corey, go ahead.
Yeah, so not too much watching other than like reality TV. I've been watching the America's Got Talent and Master Chef shows. I don't know why, but Sonia wanted to see Jason Bourne because I mentioned it after you mentioned it last week.
Yeah.
So we saw that, and that's a terrible movie. Oh my god, that's
It was
so
fine.
bad.
I liked. I didn't. I was gonna say I liked that. That was good. It was good.
I'd say that's like one of the.
It's better than Legacy.
I would watch Legacy before I watch this again.
Nope. I think in the ranking,
That's how bad I think it
Interesting.
is.
I did
That's
put it above
Very
Legacy.
interesting.
This is like I leaned over to, or Sonia leaned over to me and it's like, did they like take a day off? Like, why are they acting so bad?
Did they take a day off?
It's
They
like
film this on the
Julia
weekend.
Stiles, they bring her back,
Yeah.
and why? She doesn't want to be there. She's not even trying. She's not trying at all.
She just wants that paycheck, bro.
Yeah.
Where else
I
has she
guess
been lately anyway?
Girls gotta
though?
eat.
But that's what I mean. Like, you haven't done anything. At least put some effort into the 3 lines that you're gonna say. Like, oh my god.
I'll be honest, I totally forgot she was even in this movie universe until you just mentioned her. Because I was like, oh shit,
She's
what has she been doing?
Well,
She
she was
can't
in the
take-
last one I saw.
She can't
I'm
take away
behind
from the story.
this
She can't take away from the story because she's not hardly in it.
Yeah, but there is no story. The premise of this movie is ridiculous. It's It's like it doesn't.
It's a very weak story. I hated the female actress who's now playing. What's it? She moving on to?
Lara Croft.
Yeah, she's Lara Croft. I hated her in this. I said that,
Mm-hmm.
and I ranked it last of the Bourne movies. I
Of
ranked.
all the Bourne movies, I would agree now. Of all of them.
I won't
Like,
include
this is-
Legacy. I won't
with
include
Jeffrey
Legacy.
Renner, I would watch that one.
It's got
again
an
before.
ending. This has an ending.
It doesn't matter.
Are you
This movie-
serious?
This movie is shit.
It's got an ending.
Absolute terrible.
Was it just a lot of guys going, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne?
Yeah,
Jason
that
Bourne is
happens-
That
That happens
but
like
it's not even
800
enough of that.
times.
What
Like,
is he
I-
doing?
Is that Jason Bourne?
That happens like 800 times, Corey. That happens all like every scene is that.
I would have
Every scene that is
watched
stated.
more of people's reaction of seeing Bourne than actually seeing Bourne in play.
Wait, getting some. Is it Jason Bourne?
Yes, that's all this movie is. But
It's not though. Like I said, this movie would have been even better if all it was just people's reactions to Jason Bourne. This movie is terrible. Don't watch it. It's awful.
Wow.
Disagree.
All right.
Yeah.
Disagree.
Like I said, Legacy is a better film, and
It's got some very good action sequences. It's got Matt Damon back in the role, it's Jason. It has. Let me rephrase this. It's got Jason Bourne, and it's called Jason Bourne, and it has an ending.
Mm.
I
This
don't know how
reminds
you
me a
argue
little
this.
bit of the division between you guys when Looper came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
This is
Looper is a
close.
good movie. This
This
movie's
is opposite
shit.
though. Corey actually liked that movie. Looper's shit.
Looper's not shit. At least Looper.
No.
At least people
No.
can say Looper's
Looper's shit.
okay film.
People have said this is an okay film. I
Yeah,
put
but
this
they're
last
wrong.
of the other movies.
Interesting.
I don't know
Looper.
how people.
Looper's
Like,
I can't believe we're spending this much
I
time on
stand by
goddamn
that.
Jason Bourne.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
anyways,
just
go-
I
go
can't
on.
believe how bad it. I can't believe how bad it is. You'd
Really, you
think
can't
it'd be-
believe how bad it is out of everything that's come out this year that's bad?
Yeah. I mean, well, that's like, you think, okay, the people that brought, like, Supremacy and whatever the other ones are called,
Whatever those other good ones are called.
you'd think that it'd be a decent narrative, something's
It's
happening.
been
that-
way too long. No, man, it was way too long after the last one with Matt Damon. It was clearly just a cash grab, kind of just a quick cash in. Just,
But I mean, like, Jim said he liked it, too, which, yeah, I know he ranked it lower than, like,
I
some
didn't
other
say I
ones,
liked
but
it. I said it was good. I don't even know
say
what to give
I
it.
liked it.
I want to go back and listen to my words exactly because I
said
did
it was
rank it last.
Indifferent towards it.
Yeah,
I know you
but-
mentioned that chick was awful, which she's not terrible, but she's not the worst part of the movie either. So like that's for me. It's just yeah, I can't believe that they
She's
actually
the worst
made
part
this
of the
film.
movie for me.
Yeah. Mike's yawning. I think we need to move on.
What else?
But yeah, that's it. I mean, not much else. as
Mike,
far
what
as
have you
watch.
watched?
I haven't watched anything really.
Okay.
I did see the very end of the Rob Lowe roast, which is only reminded because you guys mentioned Karate Kid because Ralph Macchio was there for some reason,
Yeah.
looking like permanently like,
The Karate Kid.
yeah, it's
I know
really
some.
weird. He's got to be like 50 something.
Yeah,
But
he's-
I did read something. I finally went and read Death of Wolverine.
Oh,
Oh.
snap.
I was putting it off a little bit because I'm like, I don't want to read this. But then I did. And it's a solid story, but it does feel a little bit rushed. But I wanted to just read how they pulled it off, how they did it. And it was all right. It just seems a little shortish to me for something that's supposed to be such a big deal. I felt like they really wanted to wrap it up quick. Who knows why? But it was solid. It was better than the previous story I read leading up to it, which was like Wolverine Killable, which was just like, let's just take everything away from Wolverine that makes him Wolverine. That one was bad. But this one is a bit better, but so I read it. Now I know how it happened. And that's it for like 2 years at least now.
Yep. All right. That's good.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Tony?
Let's see. I got through season 1 and 2 of Star Wars Clone Wars.
Man, the best season is now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That's it.
It's interesting because, like, I see what you guys were saying. Like, the series started to get a lot better because I'm noticing a lot less of the droid, like the enemy
Humor.
droid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Humor, because oh my god, like there were serious moments, and it just took away from it because like they would just like murder a bunch of like clone troopers and or Jedi, and then you'd be like, that was easier than I remember, or something like that. I'm like, like what kind of tone is this setting for kids? Like these guys were just defenseless in fucking escape pods, and these droids are joking about how easy it is to kill them. I was like, okay, then. It's
awesome.
really weird as far as tone, but yeah, it's getting a lot better. The characters are really growing on me, but it's the characters that I know or that I don't know what really happens to them. Like Mace Windu, I'm like, all right, man, I know what happens to you. Like you go out like a bitch, so I don't care about you. But like Master Plo and Ahsoka and stuff like that, they're really cool and stuff like that.
That's I like that. I like the mystery because they're not opposed to even carrying them over to Rebels and into just before A New Hope. Like you don't know how long these Jedi survive. Like you don't know where they're gonna go.
Well, Master Plo goes out like a bitch too, but whatever.
Dude,
I'm just saying.
dude,
What are you talking about? It's in the
he's
film.
talking about in the film. Yeah, he's in the film.
I was like, dude, what?
Dude,
He's in the movies?
When the freaking when they
pilot.
Yeah, I don't remember that either. I was
they
thinking maybe
execute
that
all
happened.
the Jedi.
He's in the ship, isn't he?
He's flying a ship.
I
He's flying
remember
the ship when it
that.
explodes.
I only vaguely remember that. I remember thinking the same thing, sort of, while I was
They
watching.
all go out like bitches. I mean, come
I'm
on.
in like the 3rd or 4th episode of this show still.
But the show sets up really why they do go out easy in that episode.
And I saw
In that movie,
and
I'm
I'm
sorry,
like,
in that movie.
and yeah, I was struggling to try to remember. I'm like, wait, was he in episode 3 dying too? I don't remember because I've only watched that movie once.
Well, I apologize if I reminded you of something that
It's
you
all
had
right.
forgotten.
Like, I think it's
No,
like
there are-
because
there are-
it's weird. I don't recall.
There are
that. I don't even
legitimate
think they called him by
original
name in
Jedi.
that movie, right? Like,
No, I don't
They
think so.
might.
They may
It shows
have,
up.
but all you know is he's
I
the guy
said-
with the mask.
But I
I
said
just
when I
knew he
started
was the
watching
guy
this,
I knew from Jedi Power Battles, that extra character in there for some
what
reason.
I liked about this was the fact that it expands those characters that had like they went down like bitches, but like you get more story.
Yeah, Kit Fisto, man, come on! Like, all these awesome characters.
yeah, what kind of name is fucking Fisto, man? Like, I was just like, really, Fisto? Like, are you gonna come up with a kind of character that's like named Vibro or Vibratoro or something like that? Like, come on, like, or Drillo or Thruster or something like that? Like, come on, man! I was like, all right, this is a kid show, but
Well, as soon as they come out with someone called Fleshlight, then then you gotta like think about where you're getting your names from.
Oh man.
Dilda. It's like Dilda. Oh, interesting.
But
But
this season 3, man, that is the season that everyone talks
yeah,
about.
the season is off to a good start. I like how they pace it. So like some episodes will follow back to back with like Jedi or Ahsoka or Anakin or whatever. But you'll have these other episodes that are focused on like what I consider central characters. Like there are a couple episodes that are just dedicated to like the clone troopers and stuff like that. And,
I told you they like to establish them, so you get a little bit more attached as the series goes.
Yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. Sticking with it. Hopefully it continues. Excited because I'm on season 3, which you guys have talked about a lot.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think I forgot to mention 2 weeks ago or whatever. I finally watched. I forget if I did mention this on the podcast. I finally watched that Bet I Lost to Mike with the Adam Sandler movie.
The Do-Over.
The Do-Over.
Did I mention this on the podcast? I know I told you guys. I forget if I mentioned it.
You told us. I don't remember.
I don't think you mentioned it.
But, oh my god, that movie was bad. Like, I mean, it started off kind of like, all right, like, this is a typical Adam Sandler movie where he positions himself as a, successful dude, and, he's like...
I think you did talk about this. I remember having this conversation. But
I forget if it was on the podcast, though. It might have just been, like, as we're playing Overwatch. But anyway, I'll just go over it briefly. But the weird thing was, like, it got just so bizarre. Because, like, they're talking, and then he gets his friend, and blah, 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 this, and the other thing. And the next thing, like, this random other dude are just tag-teaming this girl. I'm like, what kind of fucking movie?
You definitely talked about this. I remember that.
All right. Okay, I do remember this now.
We remember the tag team.
God. Wow, that's how bad this movie was. I already forgot it. But, okay, I won't talk about that anymore.
You're opening up wounds, man.
God, it's so bad.
I just kind of want to mention, if you're, are you finishing up, Tony? Sorry.
And then the last thing, no, I haven't seen it yet, but I did pick up Civil War on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So I will be rewatching it again.
At my parents with the Transformers movie, which I want to watch as well. So
I don't know where mine is.
I'll be talking about that next week, without a doubt. Or we'll be talking about that next week, because you're going to get Transformers as well. And I can't wait to see what they do with this animation, because it's supposed to look so nice, actually.
Everybody's saying it's awesome. Like,
4K. Can't play it on your Xbox or PlayStation.
That's it. All right. What did you want to mention, Corey?
I just, because Mike mentions comic, I just want to mention the Rebirth Superman stuff is like really well done, and what they do with it, I don't know if you guys followed it at all or not, but New 52 was a completely different Superman. He obviously had a relationship with Wonder Woman instead of Lois, but with Rebirth, and this is like maybe a minor spoiler.
This is like the new series, right?
Yeah, Rebirth just relaunched like a few months ago, whatever.
I'm sorry. So was it?
It's when they decided 5 years later that New 52 wasn't working out, pretty much.
Yes, essentially.
And so it's like, but they use the Watchmen to do it all, and so what happens is Superman from New 52 sacrifices himself to save the world, basically, and our Superman that we've grown up with, like Death of Superman and all that, Superman actually steps in and takes over. And he is now married to Lois Lane and has a kid. And so there's like all this weight now to his decisions because he has to go and be Superman again after 10 years of not being Superman.
Wait, where the fuck was he?
Yeah.
He was retired basically. This was like an alternate world. And
Wait.
Well, there's a comic.
Hold on. He retired to an alternate world because he knew New 52 was coming out?
Well, no, New 52 is an alternate world too, where they have their different worlds, whatever they call them.
Yeah.
Wait, but I thought some characters in the main continuity were ported over to New 52.
New 52, sort of. It's mostly a relaunch of everything. Like,
yeah, but I thought it was like the same universe still. No,
it's not. No, it's not.
So they just started an entirely new universe.
It's a new world.
So it's kind of like the Ultimate series from Marvel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Essentially,
it's less different.
Separate. But these other universes existed still.
Yeah, and they carried
over.
So
like some people kind of could go across. So like what happened is actually I think Wally West is maybe
only one Flash knows, and I think it was Wally. Yeah.
He's he knows both what's going on with both, but Wonder Woman has memories from both sides too. So this is this weird. It's like Wonder Woman's really dark comic because she's got this weird thing going on where she remembers being able to fly and then not being able to fly, and I don't know, it's some weird stuff. But with Superman,
there's only one Wonder Woman, not two Wonder Women.
No, it's the Rebirth.
How does this make sense? There's two Superman, but only one Wonder Woman.
Well, because now the Superman. Well, just let me get to my point here. Superman is like the original Superman that died from Doomsday, right? And he comes back, and when he comes back, he has to face Doomsday again.
That's the first thing.
But he fought him already. He already knows what's gonna happen, basically. So he already knows
with the Doomsday. That's awesome.
It's like so he knows what's going on, and basically, Lois, now that they're married, it's like you're gonna die, and he's like, no, I know what's happening, and she's like, no, you're gonna die, and basically, like, he goes and fights Doomsday again, but with the knowledge of having fought him already, which is pretty cool.
But so it wasn't him fighting him a second time. It was just he had memories, and it was the first time he fought him though. Like,
or was he fighting New 52 Doomsday
It's
for the
New
first
52
time?
for the first time.
There we go.
So classic Superman, like our Superman fought New 52 Doomsday.
Because he's now with Rebirth, he's the Superman now.
But how
there's
did he
a
get?
comic.
So is he in the other universe? Are they?
There's a
they're-
comic now, like Lois and Clark comic.
How many universes are there in DC?
Lois.
Is there
I
one
don't
now?
even know.
And they merged them, or is it?
52.
It's such bullshit. Fuck
He
this.
went to the 52. Like that's what I'm trying to figure this one out too. Like I'm trying to follow what happened.
You have you have to read the ending of 52 and how Rebirth starts to understand it,
I don't
because
care.
I know you don't care, Tom. I'm just
If it
saying
was
that
dirt cheap,
Superman
I'd pick
stories
it up,
though
but-
are really well done. I think
So what-
that it's neat to see that the Superman that they brought, that this is our Superman, is now in this actual mainline story of theirs, and they draw him differently, a little more like the Christopher Reeve style Superman.
Yeah, I mean, I have the first comic in the Rebirth, so I picked it up when we were when I was actually in Canada, believe it or not. So.
But yeah,
Crazy
I
enough.
thought that just because Superman can be a really cool character, and they do it in the comics, which
Yeah.
is interesting. And
All right.
there's so much more weight to his decisions because now he has a kid, and
He's got kids.
his kid's Superboy.
I don't know. I don't know about this. All right. Anyways, listeners, that's going to wrap up episode 309. I don't think we have anything else for them for movies, right? All right. Any questions or comments for the podcast, write us, podcast@allyoucangeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, allyoucangeek, on Facebook as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel, All You Can Geek.
If you're listening to this, we're on YouTube. If
And
you're
watch
watching
us,
us on YouTube, we also have a subscription to iTunes and stuff like that. So
Yeah, and leave us feedback on YouTube on YouTube as well. There's comments and stuff. Post in the comments. We respond. It was me that responds, but I respond pretty quick usually. Yeah. So, anyways, thanks for listening, and tune into the next episode. Thanks.